Welcome to The Explainer. Look, we all know the business world is changing, and it's changing fast. The old rules for success, they're pretty much out the window. So today, we're diving into the brutal, hard-hitting lessons you absolutely need to know to win in 2026 based on some killer insights from business coach Rajiv Talreja.
Okay, let's just kick things off with a truth bomb that changes, well, everything. You hear this number all the time, right? India is a market of 1.4 billion people. But here's the catch. It's not. If you actually want to build a profitable business, your real market, the people with actual money to spend, is maybe the top 10 lakh households. That's it. Why? Because they're the ones with consistent, disposable income. They have true purchasing power beyond just the basics.
So right away, that one single idea forces you to rethink your entire strategy. I mean, from who you sell to, all the way to how you price your stuff. All right, let's get into it. So if your potential market is that small, where do you even begin? Well, rule number one is you have to get laser focused on who you're actually serving. This is the absolute starting point for everything else.
So how do you find this perfect customer? Easy. You use what's called the MAN framework. It's a simple checklist. M is for money. Do they actually have the funds to afford you? A is for authority. Can they make the buying decision themselves, or do they have to go ask their boss or their spouse? And N is for need. Do they genuinely, truly need what you're selling? If you're missing even one of these, you're probably talking to the wrong person.
Now this next part it's a game changer. It's a choice every single business owner has to make, whether they realize it or not. See, whoever you decide to sell to, their problems, they become your problems. This is such a fundamental idea, and most people just miss it.
Just think about it like this. Let's say you sell things that float on water. You have a choice. Are you going to sell a simple boat to a local fisherman, or are you going to sell a super yacht to a billionaire? The fisherman's problem is, I have no money. Your boat's too expensive. Can I pay you later? Suddenly, your problem is chasing payments. The billionaire's problem is, show me the absolute best you've got. Can I pay in Bitcoin? My friend paid more for his. Which set of problems would you rather spend your life solving?
And look, this isn't just some abstract theory. Take this real-life case of a fashion designer. She was making these gorgeous high-end wedding lehengas. But her shop was in a low-income area, so all she heard day in and day out for 4 years was, "You're too expensive." It completely crushed her spirit. So she made a terrifying move. She shut the whole thing down, moved to a fancy neighborhood, and doubled her prices. It was a huge gamble, but the result? In 1 year, she made more money than in the previous 4 combined. She found customers with a better problem.
This brings us to the next big piece of the puzzle. You've got the right customer. Now, what do you charge them? And here's the thing. That old formula, your cost plus your profit equals the price, it's completely broken. Dead.
For 2026, you've got to flip the whole thing on its head. It works in reverse. You don't start with your costs. Nope. You start with perceived value, what your ideal customer believes your product is worth and is willing to pay. From that number, you subtract the profit margin you want. And what's left over? That's your target cost. That's the number you have to hit.
Okay, so that naturally leads to the one question every business owner asks. Yeah, but what's a good margin? We all want one, but what does that even mean? And the answer, well, it's not some simple percentage.
So a good margin isn't just a number on a spreadsheet. It's about what that money does for you. Think of it as the Trinity. Is it enough to reinvest in the business, for better tech or R&D? Is it enough to give your team raises and opportunities to grow? And is it enough to upgrade your own lifestyle and have some financial security? If your profits can do all 3 of those things, then your margin is good enough.
All right, so you've found your customer, you've nailed your pricing, you're all set, right? Wrong. None of that matters one bit if nobody even knows you exist. And that, my friends, is where marketing comes in.
Let me just say this, and it's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people. The whole "if you build it, they will come" idea is dead, gone. The belief that just doing good work is enough, that's ancient history. In today's noisy world, great work is just the price of admission. Without a megaphone to cut through the noise, nobody's going to hear.
So how do you get that megaphone? You have to start thinking like a content creator. And really, you just have to pick one of 3 roles, or avatars. You can be the educator, the expert who teaches and informs. You can be the storyteller who connects with people by sharing the journey. Or you can be the entertainer who grabs attention with humor or fun trends. Just pick one lane and own it.
Let me show you how powerful this is. Picture this. a super talented 27-year-old architect. In every meeting, clients would basically ask, "Aren't you a little young for this?" So what did she do? She picked the educator avatar. She started making social media content, just sharing her expertise. Pretty soon, leads started coming to her. And within a year, her meetings didn't start with, "How old are you?" They started with clients saying, "I love your content. Can we get a selfie?" She totally flipped the power dynamic.
Okay, so let's tie all of this together. The right customer, the right price, the right marketing. It all comes down to one final story that perfectly shows the three kinds of businesses you'll find in any market. Imagine three guys, Mahesh, Mukesh, and Mandeep. They all sell the same thing, a basic office chair. Mahesh is a freelancer, no overheads, so he's the cheapest. Mukesh has a shop and staff, so his price is in the middle. He's just another furniture guy. And then there's Mandeep. He sells premium, ergonomic chairs customized for you. He's the most expensive.
So what happens? Well, Mahesh and Mukesh are trapped. They're in a brutal price war, fighting over the scraps, the kachra of the market. They're selling a commodity. But Mandeep, he's not even in that fight. He's not selling a chair, he's selling employee wellness. He's fighting for the cream of the crop. And right there, that's the magic formula. A real, clear differentiator, plus consistent marketing, that's what equals a brand. And having a brand is what lets you escape that race to the bottom, attract the best customers, and actually build a profitable business.
And this is the ultimate question for you. As you look towards 2026, you have to decide, are you building a business like Mahesh, competing on price, or like Mukesh, just trying to survive, or are you building a brand like Mandeep? Because your answer to that question, that's going to define everything.